Hello everybody, welcome to the Gortlet's High Performance Garage channel with the Chevelle on the lift here. Had a transmission leak. It's got a Turbo 400. I'm kind of worried about what I'm seeing in here by the look of the fluid. I haven't put a filter in this thing for a couple of years. I replaced the stall converter a couple of years ago. I tore one out, and the fluid is like gray paint. This shit here. It's like it's the filter out of it. Yeah. It's like that's like black, but it's like gray. And lots of metal. Which is, it's a concern. I mean, there's no big chunks. It's just, that's gasket material there. It's very, very gray. And the filter was kind of hanging down. Look at that. And the parts cleaner, it turned the water. Yeah, right, water. The fuck am I talking about? This was clear, and it's gray now. So, ouch. If anybody has a suggestion, or anybody knows anything about these Turbo 400s, let me know in the comments. It's April 3rd, 22. When I bought this car back in 1996, this is the transmission that was in it. It's an overhauled Jasper Turbo 400. I took the governor out of it and shaved down the little plates. I like ground them down because it uses the weight of those plates on them governors to set your shift point so it doesn't over rev the engine. And yeah, that's what it's there for. So but I keep an eye on the fluid, and I never noticed that it was dark or anything on the stick. I ran it last summer, and the summer before, and before, when the torque converter started making funny noises. I had a B&M 2500 hole shot in it, and it was making some noises. So then I learned that it had some internal damage I was really drag racing it hard back in those days. And it wasn't any good anymore. It was still working, but it was making a hell of a lot of noise, so I took it out. And then I found out the flywheel was broke that time. So it's like I had to take his stuff out. And I put this 3000 stall in. Now I went to bigger tires then. I'd switched over to 275 60-15s from 245 60-15s. And that's what was on the front too, 245 60-15s. And I changed them to 255 70-15s on the front, 275 60-15s on the back, which is a taller tire. It's like 28 inches tall from 24. So you're talking 4 inches. I didn't think it was quite as quick coming out of the hole with a taller tire. And as far as this Turbo 400 would just screech the tires every time you shift it. And I noticed last summer it wasn't doing that. It wasn't screeching the tires anymore. So I don't know if I have some significant clutch wear. I've never ran this thing low on transmission fluid ever. I've never ran it low that I know of. Now, I just moved it 100 feet from my garage to this garage. And other than that, I've just idled it around on nice days here, just on this road. I never even took it up on the highway. So I'm not sure what's going on here. I have an uncle that that dabbles around in rebuilding these automatics, and it's not cheap to rebuild one. It's like, it's going to cost me hundreds of dollars to rebuild it. And if just putting a filter in it and new fluid helps me, we'll do that. I was thinking about putting a filter in it and a new gasket, putting it back together, putting new fluid in there, running it around when it gets nice, and then bringing it back in and doing it again and seeing what my result is. But I left my uncle a message to see what he thinks. I explained the situation on his answer machine. Hopefully he gets back to me, and we'll go from there. But I was going to take this back to Mason-Dixon Dragway down there in Hagerstown one more time just to see how this engine goes down the quarter mile, see if I got any quicker or not. I don't really know because I don't remember exactly how the other engine went or ran, as far as feel goes. I have videos, but which you can check them out on my channel if you want to. It kind of worries me that fluid. I've never seen it that gray. I have in other transmissions, but they were old and had lots of miles on them. And this one here, this is a Jasper transmission here, and it was remanufactured and put into this car back in 1996. And I haven't really ran the car that much from that time period till now. I have not ran it crazy. I've never ran it a whole shitload. I'm just not sure what the problem is here, what's going on. So I guess put it back together with a new filter. We'll run her around a little bit. When the weather decides to quit shitting all over us and they sweep the fucking roads off, I'll get it out there and run it around a little bit and we'll see what happens. So I guess we'll just go from there. Because I thought she was completely ready for summer, and I guess her leaking was, she was telling me something. Well, I should say he was telling me something. The old boy's trying to tell me something. Hey, there's something ain't right here. So, I mean, it never slipped in when it shifted. It would do a complete shift. It was quick, but it wasn't as quick as it used to be. So, I mean, you run that thing up there about 5,500 and shift her up, and then you'd get a whoop, 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 just like a wheel hopping bark. Real violent shift. And then with the lower gears, I had 433s in it at one time years ago. They were out of that car because they have the same frames, A-body cars. And boy, it would bark them out of low 1 violent, and low 2 I could get a chirp out of her to drive. That's how it used to be. You know, made my fucking dick stand up on end. Really impressed me, because I'd never had a transmission shift like this motherfucker here did. So I guess we'll go from there, and I don't know, see what happens. I really hate to have to pull that out and have it overhauled, pay all that fucking money, but I guess that's the cost of cruising, I guess. So we got fluid still dripping out. That torque converter's clear full. It's probably clear full of that fucking slop. But yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about putting some B&M trick shift fluid in it. I don't know much about that fluid, but a friend of mine put that in a stock transmission and it made it bark tires, and it had lots of miles on it. So that was in an 84 Chevy pickup, 4-wheel drive with a 305 and a turbo 350. You could shift it out of low 1 and that thing would fucking chirp them with 31 1050 tires on it. So, all right. Let me know in the comments what any of you think, if you even give a shit or whatever. I mean, any comment, any advice, I'll go ahead and accept. And, you know, I'm not going to call you a dumbass or anything like that. Just let me know what you think. Just tell me what you think or what you would do, or if even if you know anything about transmissions, tell me. So, kind of at an impasse here. I would like to have it so I can cruise it this summer. I mean, with the price of gas and stuff being insane, I probably won't get to cruise it that much, but I'll still like to get it out and run it around. So, all right. Comment. A comment would be greatly appreciated. Subscribe, share, all that horse shit. See everybody later. Have a good one.